Welcome back to the General Admission Podcast with John and Tim, Mt Rushmore edition. You a big cereal guy there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sure.
love cereal.
America's breakfast.
Yep.
Obviously, I think cereal numbers are probably still astronomical in the country
Yeah.
because, let's be honest, it's the United States. We love our cereal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like cereal, but I'm a cereal lover since birth, basically.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, I only consume cereal as a nighttime snack.
Really?
I've never eaten cereal
I will.
for breakfast in probably the last 20 years.
I'll rarely have cereal at night as like dessert kind of thing, but it's always been breakfast
Okay.
for me.
It's always my closer, like my
Yeah.
my last snack of the night.
Okay.
Always, and literally, like I would say 98% of my life, I've had cereal almost every night.
Wow.
Dude,
Even like today.
I haven't
Like,
had it today, but I
well,
will
I
tonight.
mean, in the last couple days, you've had multiple bowls of cereal.
Last night.
Wow.
Last night I crushed some Honey Bunches of Oats.
I've had maybe 1 or 2 bowls of cereal in the last couple weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
my wife hardly ever eats it.
it's-
like,
yeah.
Only
Yeah.
She doesn't like milk though.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like milk
I mean,
anymore.
as a kid and even into my teens and even into my 20s and probably 30s, it's more like the last 5-10 years.
Yep.
Not so much, but
Yep.
always.
And you'd be hard pressed to
Always.
find a cereal that I have not had at least once.
Okay.
Like, I know cereal, dude.
All right. I see. You've got a notebook full of notes here.
Oh yeah, this is a very serious list. We
Yeah.
put a lot of research into this.
So these are our Mount Rushmore. I don't know if you said Rushmore.
Yeah, well,
Our Mount Rushmore
Edition
cereals.
podcast,
So
yeah.
I'm sure we're going to talk about a lot of different ones.
Oh sure, and there's countless number of cereals.
But we'll try and narrow down to each of our top 4s.
Yep.
All
It was a very difficult list. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. We just came off the greatest sports moment Rushmore list,
Yeah, yeah.
and this was infinitely
This was
harder.
harder. Okay.
Yeah, a lot more variables I had to factor in here. I had to take into account things like what have I consumed the most of in my life? You know, which ones are my that I always consistently go back to. So let's dive into our list. Would
So you want me to
lead
kick it off?
sir? Yeah.
Yes, I'll kick it off.
What
So
do we got?
always a staple, even to this day. It's in my house right now,
Yeah.
upstairs.
We should have been eating cereal.
I
while we were
have
doing
it. Yeah, I know. This is the one that I'll have almost all the time whenever I want cereal. It's my go-to, even as a kid. And it's kind of boring, but Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, look, it's a Hall of Famer.
Yep. I mean, regular Cheerios are good too,
Eh.
but not Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey
Yeah.
Nut Cheerios. And sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I like to slice banana. Put some
Oh,
sliced
yeah.
banana in there.
Hell yeah.
Maybe a little spoon of sugar.
Yep.
Not,
on the
not
Honey Nut?
often. Oh, yeah.
I would only do
yeah.
that on regular Cheerios. I would never add sugar to Honey Nut. That's
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Rarely, but sometimes. But definitely the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't put it on my Rushmore, but it's an all timer, man, and it's been around forever, and it's virtually
Yeah.
unchanged, which is another factor of this. A lot of these goddamn cereal companies change their recipes to the point where we just bought a box of Golden Grams,
Okay.
and the sole purpose of me buying it was that it said original recipe on it. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I got to get that shit. That's what I had in the 90s and 80s. I got to
Yeah.
revisit that.
It was terrible.
That was good.
It was good.
It was
Okay.
good. It's not a Rushmore cereal, so
Okay.
it didn't get
Alright.
the nod. But
All right. Hit me with one.
all right. So I'm going to start off with a guy who is the ambassador of this cereal, and he's a captain. Captain Crunch. He's a captain of cereals.
Really?
So, like, he achieved the highest status of cereal, commercialism that you can possibly get.
Because he's the captain.
He's captain. Captain Crunch. He's not even captain of cereal. He's captain of Crunch. And for good reason, because that is like eating shards of glass. It really should just be called shards of glass, but
I mean, there's one better. Admiral Alphabet. I don't know.
that's not real.
I know. So you really like Captain Crunch?
Love
that much?
Love it.
I hate it. Hate it.
What is
Never,
wrong with
ever, never liked it.
When's the last time you had a nice, delicious big bowl of
Captain Crunch.
billowing?
And it's Captain Crunch, not Captain
yep.
Crunch.
His
Captain
eyebrows
Crunch.
are also on his hat, which I find interesting.
Oh, I never noticed.
Take a
Never
look.
stared at
They
him
just
long
float
enough.
around on
Okay.
his big pirate hat
Interesting.
or whatever.
It's
kind
like,
that is.
when they first designed them or animated or something,
Yeah.
like finished, and then they were like, oh shit, we forgot eyebrows. So they just threw it on top.
Yeah, that's exactly what
No,
happened.
I mean, I don't know. I remember trying it as a kid and just didn't like it.
Try it now.
Not a chance.
It's little.
We'll see.
I think it's supposed to be. I guess little pieces of gold is what it's supposed to be, like booty.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't even know what that flavor is. I'm not sure if it's like corn.
Are there marshmallows in it?
No,
There's
it
no
doesn't
marshmallows.
need anything else. It's flawless.
I don't know.
And it stays crunchy for almost the entire time you're consuming it.
I don't know.
When you have cereal, I go with a large bowl of milk. Like some people put like just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, the cereal's like floating around.
I usually, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So however much cereal I put in the bowl, that's where the milk goes to. I fill the milk until it touches the top of the cereal.
Pretty much, yep.
Not until we get some floaters.
Yeah.
So there's dry cereal still on top.
Right.
It's the milk goes right to where the top of the cereal
I
is.
like to leave a little bit of cereal just kind of hovering above the milk level because I do like. I personally, some cereals I actually like more soggy than crispy. Mm-hmm. And Captain Crunch, when it starts to get a little like
I don't leave it in the
milk
bowl
logged,
long enough for it to get soggy. Eat it too quickly.
I know. Laura puts in like a quarter of the bowl with milk, and then the rest is just. I'm like, you're not getting the proper milk allotment.
There's no milk left over
She hates
for you
milk.
to drink. Oh, okay.
So it's just a vessel for her to consume a little bit of cereal.
So Cap'n Crunch.
Captain Crunch, baby,
All right.
all day.
All right. Numero dos for moi. There's like 3 different languages there. I'm going with Reese's Puffs.
Oh,
Reese's Puffs. I guess
interesting pull.
more recent-ish, right? I mean, I don't think that came out till early 2000s, maybe late 90s, ish. I mean, it
It
wasn't
hasn't
like
been on my.
as a kid in the 80s. I don't remember Reese's Puffs, but I remember as like teenager and later.
Yeah.
And just oh my god! I mean,
You like
from
it, huh?
someone that loves anything peanut butter and chocolate, the Reese's Puffs in a cereal, so it's more peanut buttery, but still that peanut butter
Yeah, it definitely
chocolate
is a peanut butter flavor more
taste.
than anything.
To put that in a cereal, oh my god!
I mean, it's a good
amazing.
combo for
Love
sure.
it.
I actually never really got into that one until recently. Laura's mom always like shows up with like care packages for us, and usually included is a couple boxes of cereal, and that was one of the inclusions.
Okay.
And I tried, and I did not love it. I don't know what it was. There's something about it I didn't love. I'm not a huge peanut butter guy.
Okay.
So maybe that was it. It didn't work for me. So that's an interesting grab there. Mm-hmm. Everybody seems to love peanut butter, so I can't fault you for it. But it's not. I don't even know if I put it on. Look at this list,
Yeah, I see. It's
and I don't think it's in there.
gargantuan.
It is gargantuan.
All right, hit me with another.
All right, so this one might sound boring, but I did want to include one non-sugar cereal because I do frequent those a lot. I'm not just an adolescent. I like to eat things that are healthy. And for me, Crispix is the greatest
Okay.
non-sugar cereal
a good one.
that I've ever had. There's a couple others that were in contention for sure. You can talk about your total. You can talk about Life, although Life does have a little sugar because it has a little sugar wafer inside. If you didn't know that.
Those are terrible.
Excuse me. Life is terrible.
My go-to, yeah. I mean, not my Life is terrible,
Hey,
but
Mikey,
Life
he
cereal.
likes it.
Life cereal is terrible. Never liked it.
Oh my
Something.
God.
Maybe, I wonder if it's like a brand thing.
Like General Mills, I think.
Post General Mills, Kellogg's. I wonder if there's like certain ones with their preservatives or their, behind the scenes shit. I wonder if there's some because Cap'n Crunch is what? Is that Post or is that General Mills?
I think it's General Mills.
I find myself gravitated towards Kellogg's.
Kellogg's is at the Rushmore cereal company right there. Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're talking like healthy something, not on my list, but my go-to would be Special K.
that was
I
the
love
other one I
Special
would have
K.
mentioned. Yeah.
But
I
Crispix
do.
is good.
Dude,
I remember
Crispix,
Crispix.
First of all, the shape, the crunchiness of it, the two different sides. You get the wheat side and the corn side, and that you sprinkle a little bit of sugar on it. Ooh. Oh, delightful! An absolute delight. I love it.
Love it.
Just killed
That's
the
a good
box
one.
within like 3 days a week ago.
A day.
Yeah, I mean, I could. The only thing that stops me is the fact that I don't want to die.
Right. All right. So, next one on my list, I think it was, kind of, at least in the beginning maybe, advertised and billed as a somewhat healthy cereal, but, as an adult and knowing that sugar is in absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Frosted Flakes.
Yep.
Right? I mean, the Tiger's always playing sports. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the commercials and stuff as a
Wears
kid
his
was
little
always
ascot with his own name on it.
sporty kids.
Yep.
You know, so, you know, not that it was like a sports cereal or anything. It wasn't like Wheaties, but Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, they're
amazing.
tremendous.
Frosted
That's definitely been a regular since I was a kid.
with a spoonful of sugar. Put some sugar on that too.
No, you don't.
Yes, I used to. Yes,
They are coated
not
with sugar.
every single time. I'm not talking like every time I
coated.
sat down or every morning, but every once in a while, that little extra spoon.
Yeah.
I don't want to say spoonful, but it was a
Dude,
generous amount of sugar all along the top. And then you pour in the milk.
God.
Then you pour in the milk. Don't put the sugar when the milk is in there. Put the milk in last.
Okay, so-
because then the milk mixes with some of the sugar and you get
Right.
sugary milk when you're done.
And you scoop it at the bottom.
And you get
Yeah.
chunks
Oh,
of-
I know all about
yeah.
it. I have a very precise sugar strategy when I put it on cereals. I don't put it on cereals that are caked with sugar.
One grain at a time. Okay.
But, so I've never heard anyone put sugar on Frosted Flakes.
yeah.
Dude, what do you think they're frosted with?
Frosting.
But when I have like a Crispix, so I pour the bowl, no milk yet. Sprinkle of sugar, like you said, right? Get it? I shake it a little bit so some of it works its way down to the bowl.
Yeah.
Then I pour milk, and I sprinkle a little bit more sugar on top.
Okay.
Because I like those
it.
bites on the top where it has a little bit of sugar right on top of the. Oh,
I thought you were going to say you get tweezers and put individual grains of sugar inside the Crispix.
into the little holes.
Yes,
yeah.
between
Beep, beep, beep.
the little lines.
No, that's a good idea, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't put that kind of time into it. I just want to dive into my bowls of cereal.
I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah.
All right. Another.
Frosted Flakes, though, man, Jesus Christ, that was a consideration for me, no
Yeah.
question. It's probably been. I would bet that's the top 4 most consumed cereals that I've ever had, for sure, in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, it goes back to my mom bought Frosted Flakes regularly. So that's a good one. That's a good one. So I had to make sure that I included a cocoa cereal in some degree. And there's plenty to choose from.
I thought about it.
Plenty to choose from.
Please don't pick the shittiest one, but go ahead.
I'm going to be curious to see if you... Because Laura said the same thing about my selection.
Oh, God.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah.
What the hell are Cocoa Puffs? What do you mean Cocoa Puffs? That's your choice.
You've never had
I
Cocoa
thought you were gonna.
Puffs
I
with
thought
the
you were
freaking
gonna
bird?
name the crappy ones and then pick your one.
No, there are no crappy ones,
Cocoa
really.
Puffs.
Everyone likes Count Chocula. I kind of think
Cocoa
that sucks.
Puffs. What bird? The only bird I can
He's
think
like
of
he's
is,
like
is
a
the toucan
cockatoo
Sam.
or something. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll get to that. But no, how do you not know Cocoa Puffs?
I can't picture
General
it.
Mills, Mr. General Mills.
No, I'm Mr. Kellogg's.
that's right,
But go
yeah.
ahead. I can't picture.
Dude, just Google Cocoa Puffs. Tell me you've never seen that box. To me, everyone knows Cocoa Puffs.
I can't picture.
The other considerations were Cocoa Krispies, of course.
Cocoa
Unbelievably
Krispies.
good, and Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles, terrible.
See,
Anything Pebbles.
They've changed.
Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles.
Agreed.
And
Fruity
if
Pebbles
there was
suck.
another Pebbles, every single one terrible.
people love Fruity Pebbles, but Fruity Pebbles leaves like a film where it feels like I just ate a freaking candle, like a waxy film.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Cocoa
All right.
Puffs? Oh my.
The stupid, was it like a dumb idiot bird in the commercials?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Right?
He's- yeah, I mean,
like a dodo bird.
kind of. All he thinks about is freaking cocoa cereal, which I don't understand how he even became the mascot. but-
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Exactly. How do you
Okay.
not know that?
That just came to me. I mean, I recognize it looking at the cereal box now, but
So here's why the Cocoa Puff trumps the Rice Krispies and Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Puff, it's a nice hearty ball of cocoa. Mm-hmm. So it holds its shape, it holds its crunch. It's delightful to put on a spoon with heaping amounts of milk billowing off of it. The other ones, they get soggy like instantaneously. Mm-hmm. The Cocoa Puffs don't, like, all the chocolate doesn't drip off into the bowl, which isn't bad because you get chocolate milk out of it. But like Cocoa Krispies and Cocoa Pebbles, it's just a bowl of mush within like 35 seconds. Cocoa Puffs,
not for me. I
Hands
never
down.
had issues with Rice Krispies, Cocoa Krispies getting soggy and nasty. Never
they
had
get
issues there. But
I love
a
it.
cocoa chocolatey cereal, Cocoa Krispies would be
Yeah.
my go-to.
Yeah, that was the only other one I considered putting in because I do love those. The other factor is some of these cereal boxes are very small and they never offer big boxes. Cocoa Puffs offers a big family size.
Okay.
Cocoa Krispies, I've never seen a family size box, which is a little curious to me. I'm not sure. There's a lot of cereals like
They
that.
probably do. I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe not.
I don't know. But yeah, Cocoa Puffs is a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. Yep. Number 4, fourth and final for my list. of Mount Rushmore cereals. Oh, goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Well, it's our rules, so I'm going to cheat again, just like I did on our sports list. Mm-hmm. I'm going with the Kellogg's Fun Pack, the 8-pack of cereal.
There's a little bit of cop-out on your part. That's
because
8-pack of cereal. You can't put 8 in your Rushmore.
I just did.
Along with 3 others.
They're mini ones. Specific memories as a kid, whether it was just a camping trip with family, or Boy Scouts, or baseball team, or early morning baseball practice, tryouts, baseball game things. I specifically can remember so many times I would grab a box of that little mini cereal and do it correctly and use like a pocket knife or something and cut the box. Do you know the boxes were perforated?
I just thought they had like the fold like glue over. They didn't have like the little reclosed.
No, they were they were perforated on the side of the box, so you could open it up and then you could cut the bag and put milk straight in the bag and eat it straight up out of the box.
Who needs to do that?
In the cereal bag. I used to do that all the time.
You ate it out of the bag?
Yeah.
In the box?
You don't have to dirty a bowl and use a plastic spoon.
It's green, that's for sure.
Right there, done. Less dishes, less headache, on the go while you're traveling.
That reminds me of like childhood vacations.
In the car, camping.
Yeah.
Right out of the tent, get yourself some breakfast.
By the way,
get the milk out of the cooler.
That's not getting the job done for you now, though.
No.
It's like the smallest.
It would be the entire 8-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have to eat the whole entire 8-pack.
Yep. How big a bowl do you go with for your cereal consumption?
I don't know, regular ass bowl, but I fill it to the top.
Well, what's a regular ass bowl?
I don't know, like a regular bowl, a serving bowl.
Like a soup bowl? Like a regular sized bowl? Okay.
Yeah. But not a wide, low, skinny bowl. You know, a deep
depth
bowl.
You need a girthy, deep bowl.
You're using like Tupperware, aren't you?
No. I use a nice deep bowl, maybe about a 5.5 to 6 inch circumference.
Like a wok.
No, I don't like that. No.
Okay.
I can't have shallow.
A regular size bowl. Yeah.
Well, some people use like the king size bowls, and they just
I'd be lying if I said I've never eaten a large serving out of like a Tupperware style huge ass bowl. Yeah.
I'll tell you something else. I'm a 2-portion guy. Like I have 2 bowls of cereal almost every night. No, I don't usually stop at 1.
I mean, back in the day maybe, but for the most part, 1 bowl and I'm good.
Yeah, I'm 45 going on 12 apparently.
Yeah,
but it's just all I've ever known is
cereal. All right, hit me with your last one, and then we'll get to honorable mentions.
So this one is an easy pull for me. Although I've been off it a little bit in recent months, probably because I've just eaten so much of it that I've gotten a little bit sick of it.
Camera problem.
Oh boy. Pause for technical difficulties here. Back for our final number of Mount Rushmore cereals. We had a little bit of a camera issue there, but you probably won't notice it because of editing. So we were on my final installment of Rushmore cereals, and I went with Fruit Loops. Toucan Sam, as you mentioned earlier. He's an icon of cereals. He's got a rainbow beak. What more would you want?
Yep.
That cereal is delicious. It's sugary. It's fruity. It's crunchy. It is so good. I love it. It hasn't changed in 40 years.
I was gonna say timeless.
They don't fuck with their recipe. They know what they got is gold, and they're not changing for anybody. Health movements aside, no, we don't care. Sugar coated Fruit Loops.
Yep.
Literally.
With 0 fruit.
Yeah, but what's your favorite flavor?
Now, isn't it spelt F-R-O-O-T?
Yes.
It's not F-R-U-I-T?
No.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite Fruit Loop flavor?
I don't fucking know. Banana.
No, there are no flavors. They're all the same.
Oh, okay.
People think that they're like the green one is apple, and it's not. They're all just the same generic fruit flavor, fruit punch,
like multi-fruit. Yeah, fruit punch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
interesting. My God, they're so good.
Very interesting.
Oh, they have
that's a good one.
They have that coating of sugar on the outside.
Not super great for me, but it's on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Fruit Loops.
So what are we closing out with here?
Some honorable mentions.
Oh, before you get into your...
I did. I
Oh, wait, you
talked
did
about
your
it.
fourth,
I
right?
went first.
Yeah.
Usually you go first.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Honey Nut Cheerios, Reese's Puffs,
Yep.
Frosted Flakes,
Yep.
Kellogg's Fun Pack.
The
8
Fun Pack,
cereals.
that's right.
And that was Frosted Flakes, Corn Pops, Cocoa Krispies.
Apple Jacks in there?
Apple Jacks. And I forget the other one. Raisin Bran, maybe?
Probably.
Because it was like,
Yeah.
you got 2, 2, 2.
Or would they
and
throw
then
a healthy
and
one in there? Like a cornflakes or something?
Raisin Bran.
That's not really healthy.
Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
So you would get 1 Raisin Bran, 1
Frosted Flakes.
Corn Pops,
That's a great one, too.
2 Frosted Flakes, 2 Cocoa Krispies, and 2 Apple Jacks,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
And that would be the 8-pack.
Yeah.
Yep. Greatness.
It is. It is.
Some honorable mentions. Fruit Loops for me, you just mentioned.
Yup.
Trix cereal.
I haven't had Trix in so
Trix,
long. And personally, I hated when they switched from the balls to the fruit shapes. Mm-hmm. I think
Yep.
they're now back to balls.
Yep.
They
Should
they
just be
figured it out.
the little spheres.
Yep.
I didn't want to say balls.
I don't know why those damn kids would never share them with the friggin' rabbit. Like, why? Like, who the fuck are you?
Trix are for
him he
kids.
can't- Who says?
Tricks are for kids.
Tricks are for everybody.
Lucky Charms.
Yep.
This is weird, but whatever. I was talking to Amy about some of the cereal list, and one of her all-time favorites ever, Grape Nuts.
Dude,
Grape Nuts cereal.
almost
Really?
put it in over Crispix.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I love it.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's acquired. It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
It never gets soggy. They are
Yeah.
tiny little, I don't even know what
Everlasting gobstoppers.
ridiculous. And you can't like if you fill a bowl to the capacity that you fill a normal bowl of cereal, you'll have blockages, or
bust
you
a
might.
gut.
I don't know, but it's too much. Like you can't finish it. It's
Mm-hmm.
too heavy. And that sprinkled with a little sugar, oh,
Yeah.
fantastic! I like that.
Wheaties,
Never liked them.
I did. Again, with sugar.
You liked them because Jordan was on the cover. all the
And Alphabets
Never
cereal.
liked
Or specific, as a younger kid, I remember Alphabets
That's how
all
you
the
learn
time.
to read.
All the time. Alphabet cereal,
Yeah.
so good. And then just countless number of cartoon-themed cereals. Cartoon and, current culture-themed cereals.
Yeah.
Whether it was Batman cereal, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
Super
cereals,
Mario Brothers.
Star Wars C-3POs, Super Mario Brothers cereal. Yeah,
So
I mean
many good ones.
they were always good
Yeah,
as a kid, but not like all-time greats.
Right.
You know.
I have a
So,
special love for Cookie Crisp too.
oh God,
You don't like it?
terrible.
Oh
Disgusting.
my god, that's
Disgusting.
so good.
No, never liked it.
They
Never
changed
liked
their mascot. It used to be like a little burglar, and now it's a dog.
it. I thought it was a burglar dog.
No, they got rid of the burglar
Okay.
thing. They don't want to glorify being a burglar. That's
Okay.
probably what it was. Is my imagination.
Yeah.
But
All right, hit me
Yeah, that
with
was good.
some of the other nonsense you got written down over there.
Honey Bunches of Oats,
Eh.
delicious.
Yeah,
Delicious.
I guess.
Hearty, good tasting every time. You said Special K before. That was a great one. I've got
Which Special K? There's so many.
Huh? Oh yeah, because they have the ones
Yeah.
with like the dried fruit in it.
Yep.
No, just regular
Okay.
Special K.
There's a Special K. I think it's new-ish. I don't know, last 5-10 years. Special K cherry with yogurt or something, or Special
This is
K
too
with
much.
yogurt. There's like little dried up hardened yogurt
I
clusters
did
in
see
there,
that. That's not for me.
which I like to think is icing, but it's really yogurt.
I
But
mean,
it's but it's probably
not
really
yogurt.
icing, right?
exactly. It's just a sugar bowl.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Which is really good.
Yep. A newer cereal that, if it came out 30 years ago, would easily be on my list. And I don't know if you've seen it or had it. It's not like, Frosted Flakes will be like 5 boxes across the
Yep.
front, like
Yep.
back 10 rows deep. This is just like usually one box goes back. Oreos.
Oreo cereal.
Have you had it?
Oreo O's or
I
Oreos?
think it's Oreo O's, but
Yeah.
don't
No.
remember.
In making my list, I saw it come up on some other lists.
the best
Never had
the
it.
best chocolate cereal I've ever had. But
might
it's
have-
it's too new.
I might
It's
have
too
to
new
check
to the
that
game.
out. Yeah.
Dude, there's little crumbles on the outside of a chocolate O, and those little crumbles are the Oreo icing.
Yeah. Oh. Well, here's one I can't believe I didn't write down, and I'm sticking with my list. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
So good.
I get sick of that really quick.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like if I have a big box, by the time I'm done with the box, I don't want it again for, like, weeks or months. I get sick of that one. But it is, that's
good.
cinnamon sugar coating on there. Oh, you want other ones? We've got, I mentioned Golden Grams before.
Hated them.
Yeah, they've changed their recipe like 1,000 times, so it's a little annoying. Pops we talked about, which could have been on my list but they lose their sugar taste like real quick. A lot of them, like sugar just washes right off of them, and it's just like a, styrofoamy corn ball.
Yeah, cardboard.
Yeah, doesn't work for me all the time, but honeycomb.
Never liked it.
Oh man, that's a good one. Another one gets soggy and loses flavor pretty quickly, but those first few bites are magical. Yeah, that's a good one. That's most of what I got. I did remember a few discontinued cereals from my childhood that were tremendous. So one was Nut and Honey. Do you remember that? And then the commercials like, "Hey, what are you eating, honey?" And he'd be like, "Nut and honey." And she'd be like, "What do you can't tell me what you're eating?"
Yep.
Yeah. So that was great. That was, oh my God, what a combo of honey coating and a little bit of, like, I forget what kind of nuts are in it or something. Oh, so good. Rice Krispie Treats cereal. Do you remember that shit?
No.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Except they weren't like, it wasn't marshmallowy, like soft. They were hard. But there's clumps of Rice Krispie Treats, basically.
I don't think I ever had it.
Oh my God, that was magical.
I mean, I can picture the box. I don't remember it. I don't know if I ever had it.
And then this is arguably my favorite cereal of all time that got discontinued. It had a very short but wonderful run. Triples. Look up Triples.
Okay.
Now, they changed their recipe, which I think was their demise. Because they originally came out, it was basically like a rice, a corn, and a wheat puff. Almost like picture Rice Krispies, but 3 different colors because of the different food they're made of. But they were like on steroids. So they were like 3 times the size of a regular Rice Krispie puff. And they were really crispy. And that flavor was so good. And then it just vanished like a fart in the wind. Like, never saw it again. I don't remember who manufactured it. It might have been Kellogg's, but God, they should bring Triples back because that was so good. Anyone watching, if you remember Triples, you're probably old, but that was a home run.
Did we say Lucky Charms?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Okay.
Yep.
Can't remember that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a bowl.
I can't stop thinking about cereal and marshmallows now.
I eat my Lucky Charms in a very specific way too. I eat all the oat cereal first,
and then
leave
marshmallows.
The marshmallows. It's a deal though. You gotta like scoop around and like you're trying to not get marshmallows.
So
on the spoon.
I do like a 2-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
Of oat cereal to marshmallows, so that way there's marshmallows left at the end.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be all of them.
I do that same thing sometimes.
But a decent amount.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think Alpha Bits had a version with marshmallows too.
Yeah.
You know, there was Alpha Bits and then Alpha Bits with marshmallow or something like that.
There's a Frosted Flakes with marshmallow now.
Really? I didn't know that.
It seems a little bit excessive. Although you're sprinkling sugar on top of them, so who am I?
Yep. I like to put cereal on my sugar.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was fun. That was
good.
Very
I want some cereal now.
Yeah.
Big time.
I'll have one tonight for sure.
Yeah. I got Honey Nut Cheerios. That's it.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. It's a very important topic to bang. We've done some serious Rushmores and we've done some good ones, but that's the one.
Yes, the cultural impact of this episode is not to be forgotten.
I'd be curious. Like, people are obviously eating cereal. I just don't know a lot of adults that eat it anymore.
Yeah,
but it's clearly a booming business, as booming as ever. It's like got a whole aisle.
Yeah.
What other food in the supermarket has an entire aisle?
Bread.
Even that, it's probably half of an aisle.
True. Well, I ran supermarkets
ice cream
for a long time. So
yeah.
I mean, the cereal aisle, it's not half an aisle. It's
the
not
whole
left side or
of an
right
aisle.
side. It's both sides.
Pretty much.
Depending on the size of the store.
Right.
But a big grocery store, big chain store, it's probably both sides of just boxes of cereal.
I know, it's insane.
Maybe a section or so here, oatmeal or something like that.
Because it's fast and easy, and I know it's not healthy.
Even
the healthy ones are not healthy.
The
I know
soup aisle is like a quarter of an aisle.
Soup's pretty big.
Maybe half.
It's
but I'm talking like a side.
Yeah.
Cereal is like both sides.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not like it used to be, but
in a lot of the strategic planning with cereals and stuff, you know, sometimes I was involved with, you know, the reset and different things like that.
Yeah.
It was always, and I made it a point to check on this because I was curious as a cereal lover. which had the most facings, right? Which
Yeah.
cereal? It was always Cheerios,
Frosted Flakes.
Honey Nut Cheerios,
Yep.
and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, I always felt like Frosted Flakes
They were
had
always
dominant.
in my bunch of stores. It was
Yeah.
always 5.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
always
yeah,
5
yeah.
across for the same size box.
Right.
I'm not talking like your smaller box and then a medium box and then a big
Mm-hmm.
box. It was the big box was 5
Yeah.
facings across,
Yep.
and then your other ones were somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 things before we wrap it up. Forgot about a cereal that I loved because it was discontinued within the last 5-6 years. Do you remember Kellogg's Product 19?
No.
The best non-sugar
Sounds
flake cereal
radioactive.
I've ever had.
Really?
Oh my
Product
god, I miss it
19.
so much now. I need when they said they were discontinuing, I had to take some time and recover. And now I'm thinking of it for the first time in a while, and I miss it a great deal. And my second point was, do you know how expensive cereals are now?
Oh my god.
$5-6 a box. I know a lot of them are family size, but $5 or $6 for a box of friggin' cereal.
It's been like the last couple years that it's just been exploded, right?
Well, what is that?
Inflation and all the other shit that's going on in the
My
world.
paychecks haven't been inflated.
But still, like I worked in retail for 23 years.
Right.
And I remember almost every single one of those 23 years. Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios, the big damn size box, $2.98.
Right.
That's it.
That's kind
No
of how
matter-
I always picture prices. Then when I go in the store, I'm like,
Late 90s, 2000s, 2010s, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
$2.98 for big box cereal. Somewhere a little more, somewhere a little less, depending on the
Yeah.
name brand and the company or whatever. But $2.98 Cheerios,
Yep.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
we sound like our parents at one time. I remember when gas was 58 cents a gallon.
And I'm sure it was even cheaper way back when, but still, I just remember $2.98, $3 was
Yeah.
like your standard box of cereal forever.
Yep. Yep. And that's
now,
it's still the
forget
prices
it.
I always imagine. And then I go to the store and I'm like, what the hell is
Yeah.
going on here?
Yep.
Yep. Laura always says we never really go to the grocery store, but when I am in the grocery store, she's like, I always know you're coming home with a box of cereal. Like, it's guaranteed. There's a box of cereal.
Yep.
Whatever I go to the store for,
Yeah.
it's
Doesn't
never
matter.
for cereal,
Nope.
but come home with a box
Well,
of
I'm
cereal.
always coming home with junk food of some sort.
Yeah, well, that
right?
too, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, it's good.
That's good stuff, man.
Yep.
If you guys are consuming cereal,
Would you
to the
consider
degree
yourself-
we are, let us know.
Would you consider yourself a serial killer?
100%.
All
Yep.
right.
Lock me up.
Thought so.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note,
Let us know your favorite cereals. Anything on our list? Does it make it to your list?
yeah.
What
Yeah.
have you tried? What haven't you tried? What should we try?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know. Maybe we'll do another follow-up episode to cereal and actually try some of these.
The kid in me is still always looking to try new cereal.
Yeah.
So,
Did you ever combine your... All right, we're done.
yes, I have.
Combine
But
different
only
cereals.
non-sugar cereals, never
Yeah, yeah,
sugar
yeah.
cereals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Take
Bye-bye.
it easy, guys.